Hey guys, it's Carter, and today I'm going to be updating you on the situation I see in the metals, gold, and silver. And if you remember my gold video from a few weeks ago, you remember that I got bearish at resistance as we posted a gravestone candle up here. So we let price action form up here. I got neutral here, wasn't bullish, wasn't bearish. We watched price take out the resistance level initially, but in the end formed a bearish reversal candle, and that's where we got bearish, looking for a drawdown to between 25.30 and 24.30, and we hit as low as 25.37. Now, do I think we're going to go lower? Do I think we're going to see a bounce? What do I see going on in gold? Well, if we go to the daily chart, let's talk about it. So on the daily chart here, although the drop looks sharp, it is a drop that has occurred in three waves. So it looks like a three-wave drop, indicating that this is possibly a corrective drop, which is a good sign for the bulls in gold and wanting to see higher prices. We are now falling into this support level down here. So we have a trend line of support, and I would assume that this level is going to offer us a bounce, at least in the short term. So I'm actually bullish on gold for a bounce in the next few weeks. Ultimately, will this bounce be corrective or impulsive? That is yet to be determined. If we see a three-wave bounce off this level, it's likely we're going to roll over into our next level of demand on the daily chart, which would be at around 24.30 and 24.70. So if we see a three-wave bounce, it's likely that it's going to be a failed rally and we're going to see a rollover. The other possibility from here that I see right now as possible is a five-wave move, and we continue to the upside. So regardless, in the next few weeks on gold, I'm expecting a bounce and rally off this support right here. You have a level of demand if we draw a support level there. So there's a lot of confluential support right here, and it looks like we see a wick to the downside on Thursday's candle. That's buying pressure. I think we are going to see a bounce on gold, whether it's impulsive to new highs or corrective. That's yet to be determined. In a few weeks, we're going to know more information. If we see three waves up, remember, it's likely we're going to roll over. Five waves up would likely mean new highs. So if we see impulsivity on gold, where could our rally potentially take us? Possibly to this top of the channel on the monthly chart you observe here. 2,900 to 3,000 would be my target if we see new highs in gold this year. So if our next rally is impulsive and not corrective, we could possibly head to the top of the channel between 2,900 and 3,000. That's where I'd be looking for a more longer term flat to downside correction on gold before possibly one more push up in the later part of 2025 to end a gold cycle. All right, so now we're looking at the chart of silver, and if you zoom in, we almost hit the top of the channel here. I was expecting a hit of the top of the channel at around 35.50. We never did that. We hit 34.80, posted an indecision doji up here, so I got out of most of my long positions up here, and then got out the rest of it on the next candle when I saw that it signified a reversal was coming. And we have seen some downside since. However, just like gold, I'm expecting at least a short-term bounce on silver, whether it's impulsive and takes us into this supply region, or corrective and ultimately takes us lower is yet to be determined. Let's look at the levels on the daily chart. All right, and on the daily chart of silver here, you can see that we've fallen into this support line on silver pretty nicely. I can even add confluence to this support on silver by adding a trend line that perfectly cuts through the highs and lows that we've made in the recent months. And I believe we're also falling into a golden pocket here on silver quite nicely as well. So there's a lot of confluence on this level for at least a rally in the coming weeks. So whether it's corrective and ultimately takes us lower, or this is impulsive, that's yet to be determined, but I am expecting a rally off this low right here of around 29.60 on silver. So because this was a three-wave pullback, this could already have completed our correction and could possibly either take us into the $35.50 to $37 range on an impulsive move up, but it could also be a failed rally in three waves that could take us lower than $29 in the coming weeks and months. However, I'm anticipating at least some sort of short-term bounce in the coming weeks on silver. That's all I got in this video. Have a good one.